Jade Thirlwall has made a bold and triumphant leap into solo stardom with her debut album, That's Showbiz, baby. Let's take a deep dive into some of this grade A pop goodness. Look, I'm gonna be real with you. I wasn't sure what to expect from this project. We've seen it 1,000 times. These former girl group gone solo kind of arcs 1,000 times, and it's either going to be a grand slam or it is a total miss. You know, for example, like Beyonce was a grand slam, right? Of course. But listen, because this thing is absolutely out the park. Jade crushed it on this thing, and this is dope for this to be her solo project. It was released in about a month ago, September 12th. I'm just getting around to do this review. And she is confident on this thing and venturing on her own after Little Mix. This showcases her newfound creative freedom. This is witty. The project is self-aware. It is fully in her own personality, with Jade finally telling her own story. She is keeping things refreshingly real on this project. It opens up on conversations about mental health. I talked about that when I discussed the Doja Cat project. She has creative control on this thing. Uh, the highs and lows are all within frame, all while maintaining mutual respect for her former bandmates. But the result is powerful. It is polished for a debut project. She proves that she isn't just surviving the whole post girl group life. She's actually thriving. Um, this project in the UK, great debut. I think it debuted at number 3 on the official album charts. And then in the US, it got number 24. It got 24 on the top album sales, and it got up to the sixth spot in the dance on the dance album chart. Man, some of the production on this stuff is next level. It's showbiz, right? And it really sings like it. This is a showbiz big big production that's happening on this. She tapped Circuit, Lost Boy on the production, Starsmith, and more. There's a variety of production voices that helped this album shift moods and check textures while still feeling cohesive. One of the interpolations that is so precious and just so dope that the way that this is Before You Break My Heart. This is off of sampling the Supremes. Uh, Stop in the name of love. Yeah, that one. Before You Break My Heart, right? So this track is called Before You Break My Heart. That in it is what number on this track is it? Why isn't this thing here? So Before You Break My Heart. That comes towards the end of the project, but there's plenty that's happening way before then. The way she shifts like hard hitting um electro pop, dreamy disco, and like the soulful synth pop. It just feels so intentional and just cool. The production supports the storytelling. It's complex, but the landscape mirrors her inner world, her growth, her like this new ascension, right? And into her own. Um, some of the tracks on here that definitely stand out. It's 46 minutes. Listen, a little bit longer of a project. Love that 14 tracks. I think that's about perfect for projects to be somewhere between 12 and 15 tracks. Is wonderful for me. A lot of these songs are 3 minutes. Yep, over 3 minutes, and then 4 minutes. Love that. It lets the song breathe. It gets to fully flesh out the thoughts. Like I said, this thing is very intentional, and she does a good job getting her identity implanted on the project. Angel of My Dreams, opening track on this thing, Angel of My Dreams. I will always love you and hate you. It's not fair. It's I love the way that the choices and the pitch decisions happen on that project. This is how you open the album. I wasn't expecting um um was not expecting that beat switch, especially that happens towards the end of that joint. That whole song, it starts off with this like sort of like a declaration or a little monologue kind of thing, and then it goes on like the whole song is well produced. It's great. Let me see. I think it's the yeah, it's 27 million plays on this thing, the most played track on this thing, and it's the opening track. So I get it that that kind of happens, but like it's that good of a song, well produced. So if that's going to be your first solo track on your first solo project, that's how you want to kick things off. Another dope track is "Fuck You for Now." On this thing is listed as FUFN. It's sharp, it's unfiltered, it's emotionally candid. It's one of those tracks that many fans are gonna latch onto. Unconditional is another good one. That's the seventh joint on this thing. This is a powerful centerpiece, especially it gives this like emotional weight. It blending urgency and vulnerability, and around a general dramatic production. Headache, another dope track, the 10th track on the project. And I'll also say back to back, Headache comes right before Natural at Disaster. These are a little bit more experimental, but the track Headache, for example, plays with distortion, plays with tension. Natural at Disaster addresses toxicity in relationships, and that inner struggle. Midnight Cowboy is man, I like so much of these things. Midnight Cowboy, look at that, like that one. That one's weird. It's a little theatrical. It's playful at moments, but it's got a gritty core to it. Each of these tracks gives you a different context. There's heartbreak, there's power, of course the theatrics that's happening here. Um, Self assertion. She's identifying, this is who I am. She's showing up, and she is owning the stage. By the way, this is something I've been begging for years, and I haven't come across a project that does this. But the visuals for this thing are important. This is showbiz. She is embodying the ethos of showbiz. Every single track has a visual. Every single track, every single track has a visual. Most of the tracks have actually a full production music video to them, right? Uh, but then there's these other ones that's like a little bit more subdued, kind of like the repeat clips, maybe like a 20-second clip that's like a repeated. That's like one of those they call those visualizers. They're not actually a music video. They're visualizers. So you know, but damn near 90% of them have actual music videos. What's so hard about shooting a music video for everything? Like this is all you do. You're an artist. Make your own freaking short. This is like a short film. It's a not even short, 46 minutes. It could be a short, like when you have Water and Gotti, this was a like an Afro beach joint, that was like a short film that actually it was like a musical almost. Like bruh, this is your job. I understand you got to go to show, you got to go on tour and do concerts and stuff, but these artists go 6 years, 3 years without putting out a project. That could be the time that you're like actually shooting this short film. I think like you should be all encompassing if you're a musician. I think that's what's demanded in the space these days. You got to do something to distinguish yourself beyond like you're if you're not specifically at this point of your career, you're not Madonna yet, right? You're not Michael Jackson yet, right? You're not Jay-Z. You're not Beyonce, right? But even Beyonce put out Lemonade, which was like this whole freaking experience. Even Taylor Swift has like these theater releases. Like her latest album, which is pretty good. I don't know if I'll be reviewing it, but it's a really good album. She's got a whole theater release with it. Like you got to give me more than just the music. This is just a new age, is what it is. Like I mean, I'm gonna be doing a lot of the listening, just in my headphones and just like in my speakers and stuff. But like, it's dope to also have this visual component that I can just like put it on the TV and just like watch all the experience and encompass that universe that you're creating. And she does this. Jade does this on this project. It is dope. Every single track, there's 14 tracks, and every single track has a visual. And mostly music videos. That's what you do. You're getting paid millions of dollars to do that, to make music, to make your art. This is art, the whole thing from top to bottom. This is what Doja Cat is getting into when it comes to be like, I'm a fully versed, like well-rounded artist in my whole manifestation of this thing, of this project that I'm putting out. Love it. Weekend is another great artist that does something like that too. So definitely check out those videos on there. Jade's solo debut strikes as a bold statement. She's not just leaving the group to coast like some artists would do, and they just put something out, be like, hey, okay, yeah, I'm good now, right? This is it. Throw something out. No, she's making a statement like, no, I am fully embracing my solo career and I am making a stamp in the industry. She sounds different, and she also sounds different from the typical artist. Right? Just the decisions, the instrumentation decisions, the vocal decisions, from stanza to stanza, just like it's like, okay, oh, that's unique. This is sounds like something that come out of like maybe like musical theater, a little bit of it sometimes, or something that could be maybe in an opera, or it's like, oh, this is pop. But wait a second, could that have been EDM? It's dope. She is fully in control of her sound, and I'm gonna, I can't, I mean, I don't know what the evolution is gonna be, because this is like amazing already the way it is. And if I get another 3 albums, another 2 albums, especially like if her sophomore album is just as good as this, I mean, she's solid. She's gonna be solid. She's good to go. I can't wait to see her growth. I love how this project came together. I liked I already hit the like button. Out of 14 tracks, it looks like, mm, out of 14, I got I got 11. 11 out of 14 hit the like button on 11 out of 14. That was just like, when I hit that like button, I'm like, oh nope, this is undeniable. This is a hit. Bam, hit that like button. So love that for her. This is gonna be dope to see, especially because I know she already has the visuals for it. She already got the concepts already for what a live performance would be. This is gonna be great to see live. These songs are theatrical. They're like atmosphere. They're like big, right? Uh, and the beats, I know it's gonna be great. The lights are gonna sync with the drama. I know it's gonna be a dope production. By the way, she is preparing um to support this record with a tour, and she is kicking that off in Dublin, and that's gonna run through March 2026, and she's coming through North America. So she's gonna do North America, Europe, part of this rollout. That's what I'm talking about. That's a full-fledged project. That's all encompassing artists doing their job. Like, bro, we're not paying you to like stitch you know, wounds together in an emergency room or something. We're not paying you to freaking fly to the moon, astronaut. Like, your job is to curate art and create art for the rest of us to still have that part of our humanity, because that's what separates us from the beast of the world, is that we have art. And I find that mad important. That's why I do a show like this. And Jade is carrying that baton. You love to see it. This project is bold. It is dramatic. Sometimes it can be a little messy. First project, that's fine. But it is often cathartic. And it's pop. It's pop, but it's pop with depth. It's pop that has emotional peaks and valleys. With a little bit of theatrical flair.